So yeah, we needed a national science intelligence framework to be able to help us to do that, to bring that information forward to an executive level, by the way, to be able to now talk to the executive level of our government. At the same time, being able to give that information over to our congressional people, it's going to be extremely beneficial for carrying the political aspect of this forward. And we need that political support to be able to get this phenomenon to moving forward. You want your leadership to be able to have the best decisions about this phenomena. Is it a threat, for example? Do we see anything about, the concerns about drones that are elevating? Well, maybe what happens if there's a UFO flap in a given area, a UAP, right? Oh, wouldn't we want to know about that? Is it always about the fact that they're hanging around our military ranges? Well, we want to know about that. So again, you want to be able to bring that all together and put that into a national level and intelligence structure or something of that nature to help bring that information forward to key leadership to be able to know what to do with it and how to respond. We don't want to have it. We don't want to go through this embarrassing thing again about having Chinese balloons going across our country. And, oh, by the way, oops, we basically had NORAD not turn to the right channel or blocking that stuff out when it's just because it's slow moving. Well, excuse me, UAP can be slow moving too, right? So, come on. Let's look at this and get those filters put the right way. Let's calibrate the equipment the way we need it to be. And let's start looking at that stuff because guess what? It's here. It's been here.
Our stigma is for the U.S. government. The taboo against UFOs is a national security threat. By going under the filters for size, velocity, and things like that, they can literally slip under the radar.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, interesting. With anomalous health disorders or, Havana syndrome as well, if that's a taboo, right? If there's a direct energy microwave weapon that's deployable.
Let's stop making fun of people, stop gaslighting them, and start telling the truth.
Let me put on my defense hat because, let's go back to the drone thing for a minute, So if I am a bad actor and I go take my drone out and I go over and I choose to break the FAA rules and fly around Redstone Arsenal, right, with my drone. Number one, I could do that and I could share any kind of intelligence that I've got potentially with my, country that I'm a bad actor with, right? How can you possibly make a statement from the government saying that you know what the intent of that drone was and you knew that the operator was not foreign or that this was not a foreign drone? Excuse me? How do you know that?
Mm-hmm.
We have to be aware that those actors are out there. And they can utilize the UFO or the UAP or whatever you want to call it. They can use that to their advantage and be applying that on the American public to obviously create confusion or anything else that we got. And look how confused we are about the drones, right? So, bottom line was UAPs would do the same thing. We would be very confused about that. And what we need to be is better understanding how to discriminate the good, the bad, and the ugly from this thing, and then sending that information properly to the right people in the government, the executive level, or whatever lies left, and our intelligence people, so that they have a better understanding of the phenomenon. And we can't have it, like to the point where they ignore it because it's a stigma or their personal beliefs. Bullshit. They need to be focused on the fact that this is in our territory, flying over a ship, where they shouldn't be, in an area that's an exercise area where there's no Thames that says you can't fly in that area. And now you're risking flight safety and everything else. We can't have that. We can't tolerate that.